Well, hello there, and this is Auntie, and I am here to do my review of 90 Day Fiance before the 90 days, season 4, episode 4, Baby Be Mine. If this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to hit the bell so that you will get a notification when I am live. And to all of my new subscribers, gosh, y'all, thank you all so much for joining this family. You could have been anywhere else and looking at someone else, but you chose to join this family. Thank you so much. And to all of my nieces and nephews who have been here with me for the long haul, thank you so much for your continued support. And to all of my members of Auntie's Advice, thank you all so much for your membership. Y'all, if I had to rate tonight's episode, I guess, oh God, what would I rate it? Oh, I didn't even think about that. I probably would rate it a B minus, C plus, because I did feel like some of it was filler. I absolutely wanted to give it higher of a rating, but again, as I said, I thought that some of it was filler. But without further ado, we're going to get into this week's episode, or what we saw tonight, bitch, okay? The first couple that I want to talk about is Stephanie and Erika. As we all know, Stephanie has not told her family that she is bisexual and that she is flying to Australia to be with a woman. Well, they know that she's going to be with a woman. They just don't know that she's romantically involved with her. She's not told her family about the fact that she is bisexual. And so when she had the opportunity to do so, she punked out of it, okay? She was afraid because she did not want to put a cloud over the meeting that she was going to be having with Erika. And I believe that that's her name. If that's not her name, hey everybody. Okay. I'm hoping that's her name. But anyway, this girl is full of life. She is concerned because the two of them, really live in opposite worlds. She has an illness that has caused her immune system to be compromised. And so she said that she spends most of her time in the home. And while her other girlfriend, her partner, is the life of the party, always hanging out with her friends and just, busy doing life and having fun. And so she's a little concerned that her friends won't like her and everything. And we see her packing her bags to leave, and she has oodles of noodles of boxes of medicine that she has to take with her. She has to wear a mask so that, she doesn't pick up anything because, again, she has a compromised immune system. And so, she's just really, allegedly struggling. Again, as I said last week, I'm not really buying this story. I'm just not buying this story. She says that she has not been intimately involved with anyone, and that she has taken a vow of celibacy, and she is hoping that the next time that she does decide to make love with someone, that it will be with her. I don't know if maybe YouTube is not satisfactory for her. I know that she has hundreds of thousands of subscribers on YouTube. I just don't get it. I'm not with this story like at all, y'all. I'm trying with everything in me, but I just cannot buy this story. Not hook, line, and absolutely not a sinker. The next couple that I want to talk about is Avery and Ash. Avery is flying to Melbourne to meet the love of her life. These two have been dating for quite some time, and she has left her two children and a home that she's always known to be with him. And of course, he is a relationship expert. And knows a lot about, relationships, and most of his clients are women. And so, she has an issue with that. We see, him making preparations to be with her. And now he's at the airport and he is waiting for his beloved Avery to get off the plane. And, she's wondering whether or not he's going to like her. She's been flying for hours, and she's like, I don't know if I'm stinking. I didn't get a chance to wash myself up and all of that kind of stuff. And so, it just is what it is between the two of them. And so we see them finally connect and get together. And they are just slobbing each other down. There's absolutely chemistry between the two of them. I don't know what that chemistry is, but there's absolutely chemistry between the two of them. And so, he basically says that, he looked at her and he was able to look in her eyes, and she is just like desperately head over heels in love with him. And the whole time that we were looking at the show, my daughter continued to keep talking about how tight his jeans were. And I don't know whether or not those was jeans or if it was paint art. Because at one point, it just looked like they was painted on them. The only reason why I knew that it was material was because they was sagging in their ass. You understand what I'm saying? He was walking like, he has something stuck up, up his, okay. And I just, and the way that he blares his eyes and stuff like that, like I can't, like for real. But this guy says she wants it and she wants him, and he knows she wants him, and he's in the car with her and talking about how soft her hands are, and she's talking about how soft his is. He says in the car when he's holding her hand that he can tell that she is a nurturer. And I'm saying, how the hell do you know whether or not someone is nurturing or not just by touching their hands? Like, it takes a little bit more than that, son. But anyway, he believes that, she's nurturing and that she's just head over heels in love with him. He's very arrogant. And he's very cocky, and he thinks that because he's a relationship expert that he knows it all. And I'm saying, son, you don't. Son, like seriously, like don't flatter yourself. There's just something about him that is just like a turn off. And so, while they're going to the place, he tells her that, the brother, that he is a roommate. He roommates with his brother, and he told her that his brother doesn't want her to stay at their apartment. And so he advised him, or basically told him, that you need to get an Airbnb. And so, she is feeling some kind of way, but he says that the brother just doesn't trust her. He's never met her, doesn't trust her, don't give a damn about her. And so, she's not welcome to stay at the house, although she is going to be meeting him. And so, she basically, it's at the Airbnb. He shows her where the room is. Of course, he has the box of flowers that is sitting up there on the bed. And she says, okay, well, this is where I'm going to stay, but you're going to have to stay in the room that's next door. Didn't you say that there was a second room? And so, of course, he thinks he's going to knock boots with her and everything. You know what I mean? And she's not comfortable with that. And so basically, he makes a decision that he's going to stay in the other room just to appease her, and if only just for one night. And so, of course, they sit out into the living room and they start talking about their relationship. She reveals that she broke up with him 3 times. She says that he has these bracelets that he had made for the two of them with their names on it. And she said that he was flashing it on Instagram. And she wasn't really sure about where the relationship was. And so as a result of that, she, you know, broke up with him. And I'm just like, okay. But still, and yet now you feel secure enough to fly your ass thousands of miles over to the other side of the world in order to be with somebody that you know you're constantly breaking up with. I just think that it's more to it. I think, as I said last week, I think she's a very insecure woman, and it's unfortunate that she is. And so, you know, she opens up the flowers that he had given her, and they were black roses. And the producer asked him, do you know what black roses mean? And he said, yeah, it usually means death or darkness. He said, but when I give her these flowers, you know, the light is going to shine upon the darkness. I said, bitch, if you don't stop it with all of these little nursery rhymes, these little kitty, like, stop it with the bull crap. But he absolutely, you know, is he's a ladies' man. And, you know, I don't know what his end goal is. Like, you don't really know what the end goal is. But there's an end goal here. And I think that I think that with the couples that they have picked this go around with the 90 days before the 90 days, it has been pretty obvious that most of these people are in it to win it, and they're in it for, you know, they have other motives. None of these relationships look like they are based on love, friendship. I mean, just nothing. Because now I like black roses. I like to send them to men that I am dating. Okay. And I do that because I think that they're masculine. But for a man to give them to me, I wouldn't like it. And frankly, I don't really care that much about flowers any damn way. So it would not have impressed me. But he couldn't even wait for her to go into the bedroom. So, you know, he obviously had some other plans, and she spoiled his plans by saying that we weren't going to be staying in the same bed together. And it's just absolutely unfortunate. Tonight, y'all, we met a new mofo by the name of David or Dave. Dave looked like he is something that is that's walking out of a 70s flick. Like that hair that he got on his head, just his whole look, boo, looked like he was best friends with Frank Sinatra, bitch. I mean, he looks a hot ass mess. And he is dating a young woman in the Ukraine on some website that he has been on and paying $100,000 for over a 7-year time span. $100,000. This mofo has been spending to talk and chat with someone. He ain't never seen him. He's never videoed, you know, Skype with her. He has no idea whether or not this is a big burly man on the other side of that computer. He is in love with this girl, and I believe her name was Lana. And he's in love with Lana, and he, like, really... He says that the site that they're using over at the Ukraine, as soon as they stop chatting on this thing, all of the text and everything just disappears. So you can't even, you know, keep the information on there. Like who are you talking to? You may be talking to somebody. Like, I clearly do not, I clearly don't understand this dude. But anyway, he, you know, is out there looking at an RV. The RV was $338,000. And he, you know, is ready to retire and live in an RV. And so now what he wants to do is bring a bitch over here to live, you know, like she camping every day of her life. And I'm thinking to myself, come on, boo. There's no woman in her right mind unless she's been with you for a long time and she's ready to retire. Y'all ready to retire. And you ready to retire because you all just work all your life, and you decided we're going to go on the road for a couple of months in an RV, not somebody that's going to be living in an RV coming to the United States. Like, that is not milk and honey. Like, ain't nothing sweet or hot or popping about that. So for him to meet this beautiful Ukraine girl, allegedly, he thinks she's going to live in an RV with him. He said he's making all the preparations to get rid of, all of his stuff, to sell his stuff off. But he is not going to get rid of his unicycles. And bitch, when he came out of that garage on that unicycle, I was like, so what was he, a clown? When he was Ringling Brothers and Ball and Benny Circus. Is that why he retired? Because then it came off the road. I mean, was he riding around on a unicycle with a top hat on? I'm just thinking, where's the red nose, bitch, and the big shoes? He said he is not getting rid of them. And I'm thinking to myself, what the hell are you keeping them for? Unless you are in a circus and you riding around under the big tent, bitch, you have no reason to want to keep that. But okay, he just, like I said, he's something that's coming out of The Godfather. I mean, he looked like he was at, Dawn, like, y'all for wrong? Like, TLC, you doing this? Okay, then this is why they at least got a B rating. So he's delusional as hell. And it's funny and it's sad all at the same time because Young is being taken for bad. Now, he is talking to this girl. He ain't never seen her. He's made 3 attempts to go to the Ukraine to meet her. Each time, she had an excuse. The first time, bitch, somebody died. The second time, she fell and busted her ass and she needed surgery. The third time, she was, like, what in the hell is going on? So we see him sitting at the Denny's with his buddy and his wife. So, of course, I'm looking at it with my daughter. And she's like, Mom, this woman is overdressed to be in Denny's and all her teeth. and she like, her titties is sitting on the table. So, she like, like everything, she just like, little old dried up little thing, right? So she's sitting there. So, they trying to advise him and talk to him. And she got, just hanging out. So she got everything hanging out and everything, with her hard self. And, oh my God, I hate when I be laughing like that. So we looking at it and everything. And, so he was like, yeah, I'm getting ready to go over and see her. I'm in love with her. And so his friend said, how she going to show up? This time she's already stood you up 3 times. And so he was like, she had things that was going on with her. So, the girlfriend, the wife took and opened up her mouth. And so my daughter was like, Mom, put it on pause. And I was like, no, I got to do a review. And she was like, Mom, put it on pause. So I was like, damn. So, okay, I put the TV on pause. And she was like, Mom, don't she got an accent of some sort? And I'm like, yes, she do. She said, Mom, how she get over here? So, my daughter speculate. Soon as I hit that damn play button, when she opened up her trick bag, he said, you're one of them girls too. Didn't you came over here? She said, well, no, I was on the website. I just put my information on them. I wasn't doing no money grab. So, of course, my daughter was right. She picked it up. This was one of the little internet girls too. That's why she's sitting up there and feel like she got to have her breast served for breakfast, lunch, and dinner at the table. You know, like she's, everybody's supposed to be suckling. I mean, like, really, for real? So, of course, she done got bust out at the table for opening up her damn mouth. So I know she was shit and never said nothing. Because after she said it, the friend couldn't say nothing about it. He couldn't even defend it. Because he met this woman off a damn Ukraine site too. And the bitch was from Ukraine. So, she was like, I hope you're not being scammed. When I was out there, I paid for the site myself. I didn't have nobody paying for the site. And she was like, she's a 25-year-old woman, basically they gold diggers. Then, bitch, what are you doing? What was your intent? What was your motive? Because birds of a feather flock together. Excuse me, y'all. So if he's rich, if Dave is rich and Dave's friend is hanging with him, then more than likely he got a little bit of money too. So you come on, girl. You cannot. You sitting up there being the pot calling the kettle black, and of course Dave didn't have enough. He didn't have enough respect for you or your husband not to bust your ass out at the table. So basically, he's made a decision that this is what he's gonna do. We see his ass sitting out in the middle of a park, talking about, he ain't lonely, and when he goes, somewhere she goes with him, bitch. And so he's going back and forth with her about the arrangements for him to go there. And she's saying that she doesn't know where the tickets are. This sounds like a whole Caesar, okay? We remember Caesar from last 90 Day Fiance. Caesar never, was able to hook up with his girl. This is just starting to look a lot like Caesar. Now, I don't know whether or not he hooks up with the girl or not, but I'm going to tell you right now, that Ukraine girl is not going to want to come over to America just to be riding around, bitch, in a RV. Like, you need to go ahead and keep your little house along with your little unicycles or whatever the hell. He's a whole clown. He is a whole clown, in my humble opinion. The next couple that I want to talk about, let me think. God dang it, these people crazy and they just drop it out of the sky. It's so many damn couples. The next couple that I want to talk about is Lisa and Usman and Usman's friends, the Yahoo Boys. They wake up in the morning and he is kissing her pasty ass mouth. Oh my God, the kisses were sounding like this, y'all. I said, bitch, is this is this a mukbang of a bitch eating flour? What the hell is, like, I'm thinking they got dust, like they doing a mukbang where they eating yeast, dry yeast, flour, baking soda, bitch. Like, I mean, the kisses are like, good morning. Oh, God. Like, she is so gross. This woman is just gross from the inside out. Oh, my God. And her clothes are so grandmommery. Like, I mean, not grandmommery, because, the new grandma. Oh, excuse me. The new grandmas is, they yummy. This bitch looking like great grandma. She laying up in the bed and she's talking about, he's lazy. She woke up early and he's like, I'm not lazy. And, she's like, how was it last night? And he said, was I lazy last night? I was like, ew. This is too much. My daughter was like, I feel so uncomfortable. It was just so nasty. This woman has convinced herself that this mofo is really in love with her. She don't see the game or the gag coming from a mile away. Wake up, Lisa. Wake up, baby. Lisa, baby girl. You can't call me by my name, bitch. We don't have any reason to be with one another. I am not going to be waking up in the morning and you calling me baby girl. No, hell with that. What's my name, baby? Matter of fact, you should have been screaming my name all... Anyway, so... Let me keep it PG. So they asked him, how was it last night? He was like, she's 70%. She's 70% of what I want. These men, let me tell you something. They are so bold, that they are keeping records, and they keeping records by percentages, bitch. Usman said that Nicole was 50%. Like, all these men have these percent signs that they are evaluating American women on. It's a damn shame. So, of course, she's laying in bed with her delusional ass off and saying that, last night was great and everything. Although she said on Instagram that he was stinking and that she wanted to throw up on his dirty, smells. And I'm saying, you the one waking up in the morning looking right funky and ripe, looking like a ripe-ass banana, okay? So anyway, she says that, how was it, with him having sex with her the first time, no. She gets out of the bed. She goes over to the suitcases. She pulls out 2 boxes of condoms. And so he said, who gave you that, baby girl? Who gave you that, baby girl? And she like, Rhonda and Shonda. And he was like, no. So she's like, so he's like, we don't use that. She said, well, how was it with your, being your first time? Did you enjoy it having sex the first time with no condom? With a straight face, that mofo said, yeah. He got this woman thinking that he is a Nigerian rapper and he has never had sex without a condom. Then she had the audacity to say that Nigerian sex is different from American sex because he did not know how to do oral. Well, no, he knew how to do oral. He just didn't want to. I don't know if you was right down there. I don't know if your gray hairs was just turned him off. But that mofo know damn well he know how to do. Come on now. I did a video last night, members only video. Y'all got to get y'all memberships last night about him confessing that allegedly he is confessed that he is bisexual, that he likes both men and women. And I actually showed a picture of him laying in bed, with, his roommates, the Yahoo boys, smoking a hookah. And so I don't, the question is out there as to whether or not he understood what bisexual meant. He know what the hell bisexual meant, but okay, we gonna go head on and, whatever. But if this mofo is bisexual, as he is alleging, he know about oral sex. But this woman is so dumb that she thinks that somehow this stuff is, a little different. No, honey, sex is universal, okay? It's all over. Come on now. It ain't but so many ways you're going to be able to do it. So if this mofo is not giving you oral sex, it's because he did not want to. They get up in the morning, he got to go in there and tell her to whitewash her tail. So she comes out, and she's just looking, oh my gosh, she's just so disgusting. So they walk, he come to, the Yahoo boys coming in with him, Giant and Usman. And they are, coming to get the luggage. And she bossing people around because she got to carry that dollar store teddy bear and them little flowers. And so, she out there walking and hugging all on to the flowers and everything for dear. Like, poor thing. It probably ain't never got a flower before in her life. But anyway, she's walking out with that. And so, she gets in the car. And they basically asking him, what you think about her. He ain't feeling her at all. It's so damn sad because all of this stuff is happening like right up underneath her nose. And she is so blind because she just believes that he should worship and adore her because she is American. Like, nobody's going to, like, he worshiping and adoring your pocketbook, boo. That's what he's reaching for. So why you think that you talking down to his friends and you're disrespecting them and you're keeping them in your place? The whole time you the one that's getting gagged, boo. You straight up getting gagged. So, of course, she gets in the car and everything. She thinks she's privileged and the phone is ringing. Usman's phone is constantly going off and going off and going off. And she's irritated about the phone going off. So, of course, when he gets in the car, she says that, you need to get your phone because your phone keep ringing. She's so nasty and rude and demanding. And the whole thing about it is you ugly on top of it. And we probably would not, excuse me, y'all, I got sinuses. We probably would not look and see how ugly she is if she was a little nicer, if she was kind, if she was gentle. Because that stuff like that goes a long way when you are ugly. But for her, she is so ugly and nasty and arrogant and entitled that she thinks she's going to come over there and rock this man world. They sit down at breakfast. And this is when the friends tell her that Usman is not going to marry her without his mother's consent. She said that he lied to her and said that whether or not the mother wanted it or not, that he was going to go on and do it. And he was like, I got to get wisdom. I got to put wisdom up. I got to staple wisdom to a door. Wisdom got to be on display. And I wanted to have like a sign right here that said wisdom on it because wisdom needs to be on display. Wisdom needs to be written on the window. It needs to be hung up on the curtains. And wisdom needs to be on the mirror of the bathroom wall. And he said right now he just ain't got it. He don't have wisdom on display, so he doesn't know how he going to handle this situation with his mama. So she gets up and walks away from the table, and I'm saying, like every step she makes with that little grandmommy lacy dress on, I'm like, step your game up, young. I think she's younger than I am. And you looking like that? Come on now. Just because you old, you ain't got to feel old. You don't have to look old, okay? Step your... So anyway, we traveled with them over to Usman's house because she wanted to go and see where he lived. The Yahoo boys bring her luggage down and everything. And they have a conversation with him when she leaves the table. And he's like, she's more difficult than I thought that she would be. And I'm trying to give her the benefit of the doubt because this is only her second day being here, or second day being here. But she is really difficult for me to deal with. And I'm trying to keep my mouth shut because I need to get that pocketbook. I need to get that purse, snatched up real good before she, I get to telling her about herself. But at this point, he's really irritated with her because she's taking things overboard. And then we go over to Usman's house. And, they go into the house. The house looks normal when you first come in, except for that there was like a sheet on the door or something. And so, they go into the house and he was like, let me show you around. And then he shows her around and everything. And then we noticed that, this mofo has that one bed. And then there's a baby mattress on the floor that one of the other Usman must sleep in that. And Giant sleep with him. Because remember, Giant is the one who does all the feminine stuff around the house and cleans up the house and all of that kind of stuff. So he sleeps with Giant. And then the other one sleeps on the baby little dog bed that's on the floor. And then he takes her into the bathroom, and the shower is a bucket. Like, the shower is a bucket. And he was like, this will clean your whole body. But then you see that there is a shower head with like a little spigot thing inside of it. And it's clean though. One thing I noticed about it was cleaner than her house. See, she has all the amenities that we as Americans have become accustomed to living with. But yet and still, he didn't. And his house was cleaner than her raggedy piece of she lived in. But anyway, she moves the toilet around, and the toilet is, moving around. And my daughter was like, just tighten the joint down to the floor, to the dirt, or wherever you got to tighten it up to. So at this point, she's looking down on him when we all sitting up here looking down on her. And I'm just, we just laughing and everything, because guess what? At the end of the day, I can't wait to see her broke down, busted, and disgusted. Because when you look down on somebody, sweetie pie, let me tell you something. She is very disrespectful to this man and disrespectful to his friends. And there's just a different edge about her. Even though her and Angela, you can compare the two of them, there's just a different kind of edge about her disrespect towards him than Angela's was with Michael. I don't know how to describe or how to put in words the difference, because I haven't picked up on it, but there is something a little different about her disrespect to him. The next couple I want to talk about is Ed. Ed is over there in the Philippines with this little young girl who is faking her ass off, pretending to be in love with this man, pretending to be attracted to him. So Ed gets into the hotel, motel, Holiday Inn with this girl. They're driving in the car. He's concerned because she won't tell him anything about her past relationships. And so, Ed is feeling some kind of way about it. And so, he, too, like Paul, wants her to take an STD test. So they get up into the room and everything. They're at the they're at the concierge desk, the check-in desk. And she says she's never even been to a hotel, a fine hotel. So she is just living out her life's fantasies, boo. And so they go up into the room and everything, and the room is pretty, and she decides that she's going to stay with him, and she doesn't have any clothes or anything like that. And so he gives her a T-shirt that he had brought for her that had San Diego on it, and she didn't know what the fuck he was saying. And so he keeps asking her over and over again, are you happy? Do you like me? Am I attractive? Do I look okay? And then he's talking about his height. When we sit down, across from each other, we're the same height. And my daughter was like, Mommy, can you imagine going to the airport to pick up a man and Ed walk off that mofo? And I was like, no, I probably would say that I was the twin sister, and I'm coming to tell you that my sister ain't coming, that she's been in some kind of tragic car accident. I would have to laugh my ass off. I would be beelining to my car. I don't know if I would just pass out there, have the EMT come pick me up, and I don't know what I would do. But if I went to the airport and I picked up a mofo and they look like it, I don't know what, damn. So he tells her that he doesn't want to have sex with her. They had one bed, but it was split in half. Excuse me, y'all. And he would sleep on one side and she sleep on the other side because he did not want to rush. And the reason why he doesn't rush is because he wants her to take, a STD test. And so, of course, she's happy with that. The producers asked her how she was doing. She was like, I'm good. He ain't trying to get no ass. I'm good. I'm good. This is going to be cake for me. And, she has her pretty little red dress on and everything. So he goes into the bathroom. While he's in the bathroom, she tell the people that he just running his damn mouth too much. Like, Ed talking too much. Damn it, I'm asleep. I'm tired. So when Ed comes out, he goes in there to brush his teeth and everything and change into his drawers, his little blue and white drawers. She goes out there and lays on the bed and act like she sleep. And Ed is trying to talk to her and she up there like... So, he said, you my queen. So she gets up in the morning. Ed has, ordered room service and everything for her. And he's happy to see her. And she's ready to start the day. Ed said he wants to take her shopping. But in the back of Ed's mind, he remembers that the sister has asked him for money. So he's now trying to figure out whether or not this is a scheme. Ed, this is a scheme, boo. And so, of course, she eats her food and everything. And they go down to the market. Ed is surprised about how, bad or how crowded it is and how hot it is. And they walking up and down the street. And this bitch is digging up in Ed's pocket. Ed, felt sorry for her because she didn't have pajamas. She didn't say she didn't have pajamas. She didn't bring them with her. Now, I doubt very seriously if her ass got pajamas. But she got something that she called PJs. You know what I'm saying? So Ed sees some pajamas and little pink baby pajamas. And he decides that he wants to buy it for her. He asks how much it costs. And the lady gave him a price. He opens up his wallet. And the next thing you know, her hand down up in that mofo. Ed said, don't stick your hand down in my wallet like that. And then she gives the daggone money, snatches the money out of there, gives the pesos to the woman, and then tell the bitch to keep the change. Now, my daughter did the math on it. I believe she said it was like 10-cent change. So it really wasn't, anything worth him getting back, okay? But here's the thing. You don't go up in nobody's wallet. But Ed was such a little biatch. He didn't even check her and make sure. Because when they went to the next one, when she said he needed a Hawaiian shirt, Ed allowed her to go back into his wallet again, although he was uncomfortable with it. But how can you tell somebody not to go in your wallet, bitch, and you got the wallet out? You got the wallet like this. So it's just, all she doing is just dipping in it like she getting, M&M's out of a candy jar, bitch. Close your wallet up. Slide to the side. Duck and move. Duck and move, Ed. Duck and move. But he doesn't know how to do any of that because, he don't want her to not be interested in him. I feel so sorry for him because this girl is gagging the hell out of him. What are you saying, boo? Just gagging the hell out of him. So, at the end of the day, he wants her to take a STD test. And I just was like, you know what? This is sad. This ain't nothing but Paul all over again. He was walking through there. His shirt was wet. Ed was going into a panic attack. He said, it's 100 degrees out here. I'm hot. I'm sweaty. His hair was all over the place. He was standing out there. One side was slicked down. The other side was up. And I was feeling sorry for him the whole damn time. And then his neck like this. So, all up underneath here is wet. The daggone grip men and the cameramen showing all the little wet spots all over his ass. My daughter thought he had prints on his shirt. I said, no, that's sweat. His ass was out there sweating. She out there talking about, so this ain't nothing wrong. This is normal. This is a normal shopping day. He said, this is not normal for me. I need aircon. Bitch, I need an air conditioner. So, of course, he about to, he's stroking everything. So, you get the panicking and shaking. And Cornell also, Ed is like, I need air. About this bitch, I'm on the thighs. You want ready to go? So, at this point, he looking like a little baby. And I'm saying, get his car seat, damn it. Get his car seat. It's time for him to go, damn it. He's getting hot. So the last couple I want to talk about is Geoffrey and Varya. Varya is using the fuck out of Geoffrey. She is so immature, though. Oh my God, she's so immature. So, of course, she decided that she was not going to stay with him for the night. First night he got there, because her friends told her that she, shouldn't stay with him. She doesn't know. So she picks him up the next day because she's going to be his tour guide around Moscow. And so, of course, we know that there was that they were uncomfortable with each other in the beginning, because I think that she wanted him to be all over her, and he wasn't. And so the two of them are going through Moscow, and they're letting their walls down. They're holding hands, they're taking pictures, they're doing videos, and all this. She's taking him to all of the, the sites. And so, his heart is full of glee. And so he feels like, things are finally starting to work out between the two of us. So, I'm going to go ahead on and press the issue. So he tells her when they get back to the hotel that, he wants her to stay the night. And so she's got to think about it. She's got to contemplate it. And then she says yes. They go up into the suite and everything, and they get to talking for a little bit. And next thing you know, they locking boots. The cameramen are put out the room. They doing what they do with the boop, boop, and the boop, boop, boop. The next day, we see the two of them wake up singing Hallelujah in the morning time. He says that last night was great. She said it was great. And so, the two of them are deciding that they're going to leave. He's going to leave the hotel. And she's going to introduce him to her friends and show him where she lives. And so he's like, okay, let's do that. And so they go into the bathroom and they, taking their shower and their shave. And she sees a comb on the bathroom sink. So she calls him and tells him to come in, and he's like, what? And she's like, I threw your comb in the trash. And he was like, why? And she said, because it had your ex's name on it. And he said, well, I didn't even realize that the comb had my ex's name. It's just a regular old comb to me. And she's like, well, I don't like it. And he was like, really, you going to be like that? She said, you need to, he said, I didn't think that you would be jealous or that it would affect you. She said, think differently or think better in the future. Bitch, get the hell up with you. Now, excuse me, y'all. So, the two of them already don't know a lot about one another. They both have secrets. Now, we know he got secrets big enough to swim in. But they both got secrets. But he didn't like the fact that she kirked out. And I'm saying, bitch, you don't know who you fucking with. Bitch! You don't know who you. And at the same time, he don't know who he fucking with. Because when her eye be sitting on the side like this, because my daughter kept saying something wrong with her eye. It's that right one. It's that one right here. When that joint be over here, one I'm vertical, one I'm horizontal, one I'm Christian, one I'm cross. I don't think that he know who he fucking. I think she's a whole psychotic mess. She ain't wide right. She real goofy. She got a smart ass mouth. She don't seem to understand boundaries. She just say what she want to say. I don't know if this bitch is safe. And I mean, he is so bad that people want him off of TLC. But I'm saying, I think he done met his. Because when that eye be over to the side like that, and she be talking to him, Geoffrey may be in danger. Honey. So they go to the apartment. She said her friends don't really like him and everything. She a little concerned about him meeting the friends. And he like, she gets in the car, in the taxi, and she just lays on him like something wrong with her, y'all. I'm telling y'all. We're going to find out that it's something wrong with her, because remember the last time when she was at the restaurant and she was like, I don't know a lot about him, but I'm going to investigate his He done met his match with her ass. She was talking about how she doesn't want to be in Knoxville. And he was like, she said, I want to be in the big city. This bitch want to be in like New York or LA or something like that. This bitch got dreams. And he's like, Knoxville, Tennessee, Nashville, all of those places are cities and they're beautiful. But the only thing that she can think about is because he lives in the suburbs, okay? He lives in the rural part. But there is city in all of, you know what I'm saying? There's no, well, anyway, I don't even know that to be a fact, so let me shut the hell up. So they get to her apartment. And this is an apartment that she bought, like a condo. She was 3.5, 4 hours drive outside of Moscow. And so they get there to her apartment, and he walks in, and bitch, all you see is a laundry room. But a table on the side. The wires are exposed. She just got a hanging light hanging off of her thing. He said like in prison, but at least in our prisons, we got some kind of shield or buckler around the patch. It's some kind of fixture protecting that, isn't it? Bitch. He walks in, she don't have walls finished. She didn't even put a sink in her bathroom. He goes into the bathroom and he's like, where's your sink? And she said, it's right there. He said, really, are you serious? You are washing your hands and stuff in the bathtub? And the thing about it, she had no shame. She said, when I started dating you and talking to you 4 months ago, and I brought this place, first I was doing work in this bitch. But once I got hooked up with you, I was like, fuck it. I'm going to Nantucket. I'm getting the hell up out of here. So he was like, what? She was like, yeah. Once I started talking to you 4 months ago, I was like, it's no need for me to do that. He was like, so you really got dreams and plans. You really got, excuse me, y'all. That's dry. He said, you really got plans to be in America. You didn't already set this up. She said, yeah, I got a damn opportunity. I was like, what the hell? Why the hell should I spend money on this when I'm going to have to sell it? Because, bitch, I'm going to America. Bitch, your opportunity. I don't see you as a boyfriend. I don't see you as a man. I don't respect you that way, bitch. You're an opportunity for me to go to America. So at this point, Geoffrey is sitting there like, what? Now he realizes that she done scammed the hell out of him. He said, you don't see me as a boyfriend. You see me as an opportunity. So then, of course, her defense is to get mad and to make it seem like he said something wrong. But at the whole time, she was like, why not? I figured I was moving to America with you. But there's no love there. There's not even really a strong like. This woman got a whole plan to take him for bad. Bitch, we all talk about DLC. need to get him off. We need to be talking about this bitch getting off. Come on now, y'all. She is flat out so ignorant of the American language and how to translate and say things that this bitch don't even know that she is saying the wrong things to the wrong man. He is on to this bitch's game. She sees him as an opportunity. She said, I got to sell all my stuff because I'm going to America with you. And bitch, I got your passport. And my eye is sitting over here to the side. I will fuck you up, Geoffrey. Bitch. Y'all, this episode and the stuff that's coming out on this particular episode about to rock our whole entire life. But wait a minute. Did y'all see our boy Ed? As I close, did y'all see his bright neon orange shoes? He was glowing, bitch. He was looking like he's about to do the moonwalk. He's about to moonwalk all up and down the Philippine streets, bitch. I said, ain't no way in the world I could ever go somewhere with him with his little boxer briefs on, girl, and they look like it was a skirt. His legs were so daggone narrow and small. And then the bitch gonna come out there with the brightest neon clothes on, and he got on bright ass neon orange shoes. You couldn't have paid me. You couldn't have paid me. Y'all, this is the end of my review. I thank you all so much for coming out. I know that the hour is late. I am praying that everybody had a great Sunday and that you are being safe and taking care of yourself and your family. I love you all to pieces. Thank you to anybody who super chatted. I'm sorry I didn't have on my glasses and I can't see, but if you super chatted, thank you all so much. Thank you to my moderators and thank you to everybody who took the time to come out this late at night. I love you all to pieces, y'all. Have a great night. Mwah. Bye-bye.